Thank you, Ron. Just in, a federal judge has temporarily blocked the state from mandating healthcare workers get vaccinated. It's after a group of doctors and nurses sued, saying their constitutional rights were violated because the mandate didn't allow for religious exemptions. The judge gave the state until next Wednesday to respond to the lawsuit. The mandate is supposed to go into effect September 27th. Meanwhile, today, Olean General Hospital confirms 11 employees have resigned over the state's vaccine mandate. We requested an interview with Olean General and were given a long statement instead. The hospital says, quote, "This is a perfect storm for hospitals. We are battling a new wave of COVID with staffing challenges, fighting to recruit and retain nurses and support staff." The hospital also says it supports vaccination for all employees and that 68% of its employees are vaccinated. We asked State Senator Rob Ward about this today.
Wherever you may be on vaccines, I think we can all agree that to lose 30% of our healthcare workforce across the state only creates more problems for New Yorkers in the midst of a pandemic.
We don't know if the workers who resigned were doctors, nurses, or support staff. You can read the full statement from Olean General on our website.
Well, by now, we likely all know of someone who has battled COVID-19. But have you heard of someone who actually was vaccinated and still got it? A breakthrough. Tonight, Channel 2's Claudine Ewing speaks with a familiar voice on Buffalo radio who falls into that breakthrough category.
Bill Lacy.
And we're 21 minutes away from 10 o'clock. Good morning from Bill Lacy.
The voice hasn't changed.
Buffalo's classic hits, 104.1 Van Halen's Jump. It's 7:42 and 65 degrees in Buffalo. Nice
But life does, especially during a pandemic. He was vaccinated back in March. Then this.
And I had a breakthrough back a few weeks ago and got tested first off, and the quick test, and it came back negative. I was still feeling bad, so I went back and got the antigen test a couple of days later, and it proved that it was COVID.
The radio broadcaster with a career spanning 50 years says it was not fun.
And the doctor said, well, just lay low for a few days, and it was kind of nasty for 2 or 3 days. My chest was real tight, I had cold and flu symptoms and a low-grade fever, and I was thanking God that I got the vaccine.
When they offered the vaccine in the beginning, were you ever on the fence?
When they first came out with word that there was a vaccine, I thought, oh, I don't want to take that. But you see what was going on with other people and the death and the illness around you, you know, and around the country. And it was like, I'm going to take the vaccine.
And so now he says it's for your fellow man to get vaccinated and try to end this virus.
I don't want to tell anybody what to do, but I think if you thought you didn't want to get the vaccine, maybe I would like to try and convince you to rethink it and talk to your doctor, examine maybe the evidence a little bit farther, and just watch what's going on in the media today and seeing what's happening around the country. These pockets of people that are unvaccinated, and you got all this bunch of kids now are back in school too. So what's the next few weeks or the next couple of months going to hold for us? Maybe it's time to reevaluate if you haven't got it.
And this from a man who just missed getting the polio vaccine as a child, and he got polio at age 7.
I had bulbar polio, which affects your throat and your lungs, and I recovered from that. And, you know, I missed that vaccine. I wasn't going to miss this one.
Do you believe that if you didn't have the vaccine and you got COVID, would we even be here?
And I felt pretty bad for a few days. And I was thinking the whole time, I'm glad I made the choice and got the vaccine, instead of the other way around saying I wish I had got the vaccine.
Claudine Ewing, Channel 2 News.